Babe, you can't say that.
I'm telling you, it
A
is.
medication made me feel this way. For you to think that all of a sudden I can just make my body want to have sex, that doesn't happen
Oh,
like that.
Y'all see all this that Kimmy got to go through with Maurice? This is crazy. Let's see what Twitter has to say about this.
So someone else said, Kimmy went through chemo and radiation. Her husband is telling her it's in her mind. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm so disgusted. Like, WTF. Switch that MF out. Yes, because again, it came up about how, Kimmy's libido isn't there due to her chemotherapy, the things that's going on with her health wise, at the time. And Marcel is just thinking about his needs, his wants, his desires. And not to say they are like null and void, but I do feel as though that's the point of being in a marriage. Like sometimes you have to sacrifice. I would say the opposite is true too. Maybe not in an extreme example or parallel example, but like just like if a man was trying to be a doctor or something, change his careers, it's going to be sometimes where maybe he can't be there for his wife in a physical way. But a lot of time women take it on the chin and just go with it until he's done doing what he's doing. And then, okay, let's resume back to normal. And I also understand that men's appetite is different, but I don't know. I just thought maybe he would have a little more compassion for his wife too. But then again, I'm not married. So husbands, y'all chime in and let me know if I'm right or wrong or guide me. Also, ladies, let me know how you guys feel because I'm just trying to learn. I'm just trying to keep the conversation going.
I don't know if it's strictly a physiological
this is a
thing
mental
or if
thing,
it's
Kimmy.
Anytime your significant other gaslights and makes a mockery of you and your body while you're fighting and recovering your health, red flag, red flag, red flag. So this was a whole thing again with Kimmy and Maurice and how he felt like his needs weren't be satisfied. I don't know. It almost is giving me, the more I'm talking about it, it's giving me the vibe that maybe his intentions for marrying Kimmy weren't all that pure. And a lot of time I get that too. Like when people say vows and stuff, that whole like for sickness and health, a lot of times we always think of the best. We never think of the worst that could happen. But literally, I think that's why marriage is what it is. It is to test you. It is to like kind of make you unselfish. And think about somebody else. Because if you're giving your 100% self to them and they're giving they're 100% self to you, I feel like everybody should be happy, you know what I mean? But if you only in it to get what you're trying to get out of it, I feel like that's not what marriage is about. Literally, I heard when you want to get married, you're going into service because you do have to think about somebody else's needs above yours at times, you know what I mean? Or maybe all the time, I don't know. I gotta go back to the Bible and read on that. But I do understand that marriage isn't like for you to feel good. Like, oh, or it has this good part, but I realize that marriage isn't about like, oh, like an accessory. It's not that. It's really about servitude and giving of yourself. And there's a representation of how Christ loved us, gave his life for us. So if you ain't ready to do that, then don't do. I think sometimes society has a way of glamorizing marriage when it really is work. When people say that, I believe them. People like marriage is hard work. Marriage is hard work. I believe them because it's every day, sacrificing yourself constantly, for somebody else. And you have a good partner if they're doing it for you too. So that's just my whole thing. I'm not defending Kimmy anymore because sis about to do interviews and go down to the reunion and tell us Maurice is a good man, Savannah. So is she an advocate for women to get screening and for those who have been diagnosed and is going to defend this mess? I'm going to read her, doctor. All right.
So someone else tweeted, Maurice is more of an a-hole than Marcel. It's a mental thing. Bruh, she just went through cancer treatments. TF.
logical
This is a
thing
mental
or if
thing,
it's,
Kimmy.
babe, you can't say that.
I'm telling you, it
A
is.
medication made me feel this way. For
Now watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, and Kimmy is literally going through cancer treatments, and her husband Maurice is talking to her crazy, a big mad at her because she isn't in the space to have sex. Who child, file the divorce paperwork now. And Kimmy probably don't want to do that. I feel like a lot of times I'm getting the vibe that these relationships are like the pinnacle of some of these women's life. I don't get that vibe from Courtney and Stormy, but definitely Tisha and Marcel, and then I see Kimmi and Maurice. And I understand marriages have their ups and downs, but it's something about this that seemed like very forced, like in their relationships. Like we're going to make this work, and you should fight for your marriage, but it just seemed like the foundation wasn't built on real love to me, and that's why we're not feeling it. It's not vibing with us. We do have to side eye Maurice, because it's just like, if you really love this woman, then you will go through it with her. You know what I mean? You will understand her feelings, because I truly believe if the roles were reversed, Kimmi would do it for him. You know? So I just don't feel like Kimmi is being treated as like a powder princess in this situation, as she should. And that's just my opinion. But let me know what y'all think about this new episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Did you guys watch it? And what story stuck out the most to you this go around? I would definitely say the whole Kiki thing, because that's what everybody was talking about. Kiki being on the news for that alleged shoplifting scandal and all that's going on with her. That was very interesting. Something that we really never seen on reality TV before. So I appreciate Kiki's transparency and talking about it and putting it out there, but it looks like it's going to get wild from here. Other than that, let me know what y'all think, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.
Met Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent. Met Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent.